The solar system is made up of a group of objects called satellites that travel around the Sun. The Sun is made of hydrogen and helium and is the biggest object in our solar system. Satellites, including planets, travel anti-clockwise around the Sun at different speeds. It's not just planets that travel around the Sun, but comets, asteroids, and dwarf planets also. The reason these satellites travel around the Sun is because of gravity. There is a force called gravitational pull, and this forms the path that the planets will travel or orbit around the Sun. All planets rotate. The rotation of the Sun is what makes night and day. There is an imaginary line called an axis that goes down the centre of the Earth. This axis is on a slight angle. Depending on which side of the axis you are on when on Earth determines whether it is day or night. This is because of the Earth's position to the Sun. When the Sun faces one side of the axis, the light causes daytime. The other side that faces away from the Sun means that it is night. When a planet rotates once, this means one day on that planet has passed. On Earth, one rotation equals 24 hours. This is how we know that there are 24 hours in one day. Just like the Earth rotates, it also travels around the Sun. This is called an orbit. If a planet has moons, these also orbit around the planet, while the planet is orbiting the Sun. Once a planet makes one full orbit of the Sun, this means that 1 year has passed. It takes 365 days for Earth to orbit the Sun, therefore there are 365 days in an Earth year. Mercury, which is the closest planet to the Sun, rotates a lot slower than Earth. 1 day on Mercury is equal to 59 days on Earth, but it only takes 88 Earth days for Mercury to orbit the Sun once. This means that 1 day on Mercury is almost as long as a year. Another planet that has really long days is Venus. 1 day on Venus equals 243 Earth days. Interestingly, Venus orbits the Sun in only 225 days, which means that 1 year on Venus is shorter than a day. Mars, or the red planet, has some similarities to Earth. The days are only slightly longer, lasting 24 hours and 37 minutes. However, it takes almost 687 Earth days to orbit the Sun. That is almost 2 years on Earth. As we travel further away from the Sun, the years get longer. This is because the path that the planets travel in order to orbit the Sun get longer. Jupiter, which is the largest of the 8 planets, rotates faster than Earth, in that 1 day on Jupiter is equal to 10 hours on Earth. While Jupiter rotates quickly, it takes about 12 Earth years for Jupiter to orbit the Sun. Saturn is famous for the beautiful rings that surround it, and these can be seen from Earth when looking through a telescope. Saturn rotates once every 10.7 Earth hours, marking the passing of a day on the planet. Saturn takes more than twice as long as Jupiter to orbit the Sun. That is 29 years to complete one full orbit. One of the 2 ice giant planets is Uranus. Uranus is another planet that rotates quite quickly in just 17 hours, but it takes a massive 84 Earth years to complete one orbit of the Sun. Finally, there is Neptune, the other ice giant that is the furthest planet from the Sun. Neptune rotates in only 16 hours, making relatively short days compared to the incredibly long 165 Earth years that it takes Neptune to orbit the Sun. As you can see, every planet rotates and orbits the Sun at different speeds. Over the next few lessons, you will have the opportunity to learn about and research more interesting facts about the solar system.